Guys, welcome back to another video. This is Richard and this is our exploring. We are on a Celebrity Ascent from Barcelona to Athens on a Mediterranean tour, and I'm going to show you the room first and foremost. I think it's the best place to start. So we've got the veranda room, which is the one up from the basic room, and it's quite impressive so far. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see. So, nice double bed. Big bed, to be fair. That could fit 3 of me, which for reference is pretty big. Balcony, not really a balcony. Reference, me. Sorry, I'm wearing a Lions top because we've just watched the game, hence why the video is being uploaded later this afternoon. And this is the port of Barcelona. And I was expecting a window I could look out of. But there are these buttons, some instructions, and I'm going to do what every good person would do. Just press things and hope for the best. Oh, it comes down. Well, that really comes down. That's good. So I've got to show you what it's like. So that's where you board. And then below us is the tunnels you come across. And there's 2 different places you could enter, actually 3 different places if you look quite far down. And the ship is absolutely massive. I can't comprehend how big this ship is, this is one of the newer Celebrity ships, but really good. So obviously our 2 kids, we've got the beds made up, we've got the fancy bed, and I believe, oh God, I'm so weak, we have a second bed. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to get it out any further because that's hard work. Lots of things inviting us to different things. Some of it's going to cost money, some of it's not. Lots of charging points. We were panicking before we got on because we bought that many adapters, but plenty of charging points and USB points. Good storage space. A fridge, must be a fridge. No, safe. I like being surprised. Safe for all your travel essentials. This must be a wardrobe. So our luggage is brought straight to the room, and at the moment, it's not. Here it is. Me again. And this is the door if you were booking for a family bigger than 4 to the next room. And finally, possibly the most important place, bathroom. Toilet, really clean. It's quite big actually. Quite big. Just going to sit down here for a seat and nothing else. Really well kept, really nice and clean. Good size shower. So, wristbands for my kids. And my son, who is 3, not 2, has been invited to a meal. I think that's meant to be addressed for me. Let's go and explore the rest of the ship. It's so clean, this ship. Really, really good. And I'm going to start from the top. So I'm going to go all the way to 15. And then we'll work our way back down and do it that way. One thing that I would say is avoid the dining room on the first day because it's absolutely rammed. I never understand why the walkway is also a running track. And I'd never understand why you come on holiday to run 35-degree heat. This is the most underrated bar on the ship. Always quiet here. How are you? This is the best bar on the ship. And if you get here when it's a port day, it's usually dead. The staff are brilliant. The staff are brilliant all over, but this Sunset Bar is the one. If you book a Celebrity cruise, you want to find yourself here, especially when you're about to depart, because it's an amazing, the best views, really, really good. Great. You why wouldn't you want to stay here? The only one issue is if you're not a smoker like me, you are right next to the smoking area. What a view that is. What a view. The entertainment on the ship is top notch. So at the Sunset Bar, there's usually 3 or 4 different artists that perform throughout the day in 45-minute sets. But there's also theatre that have at least 2 shows on per evening. The Eden Bar also has live music, which you'll see later on in this video. As does the Martini Bar, which is actually called the Plaza Bar, but we just call it the Martini Bar because it's so cool. So there's always live music somewhere. Now my wife is returning with 2 pina coladas. Welcome to the magic carpet. This is something that moves up and down. We can use to get off the boat. Really nice spot, and quite quiet whether it's full or not. Now today is actually, we're in Kusadasi, so this is a 7-night Mediterranean cruise, and behind us is the Celebrity Infinity, which is one of the older ships. Still a massive cruise ship, but it looks old compared to the one we're on. But a great spot if you want to get a drink, and it's a spot to eat. But the ship, when it's a sea day, it's so much busier. But this is perfect. There's like one other person in here, and it's great. Now, one thing I've not mentioned is I want to talk about Kids Club. If you've got kids like we do, you've got Kids Club that's on 3 times a day and it's free. It comes in, it's part of your package, which would be really nice for Wife and I, because we don't get a lot of time to ourselves. So actually, for 3 hours a day, we'll be lying in the sun, have a drink or 2, and not worry too much. It's really nice. Definitely recommend it. Now, I spoke to a lady in the pool yesterday who's a travel agent from America, and she was great. She said Royal Caribbean is much more catered to kids. I prefer this. There's got enough here to cater for kids, shows and entertainment and Kids Club, but there isn't thousands of other people's things, which I think is really important. So it's good. Morning. Morning. Over to the back we've got the Mass Grill, which is another area, and going over to there is the indoor swimming pool, which kids I think are not allowed. Every time we've been in there, we've never seen anybody else in there. So, as you know, and then we have the main pool bar, which is a nightmare to get served when it's a sea day. But one person there, it's relatively early in the morning. But yeah, it's good. What I'd say about the celebrity ships is they are kept in immaculate condition. But yeah, this whole area is completely different if it's a sea day. You can see the pool has got 5 or 10 people in there. And yeah. The staff on the ship are incredible. So we are in the ocean view, and as you've just seen, they've got everything you could possibly want. But there's also 4 speciality dining experiences, so you don't have to pay any extra for them. You just have to book the time, because they get pretty busy. And you can also have breakfast and things there as well. But there's also on top of that different places that you can add on. It costs a little bit extra. So yeah, it's well worth doing. But with all what the free options are, this is open 3 times a day for breakfast, lunch and dinner. And actually, they try and do a different theme. So we're in Turkey today, so you get a Turkish theme. Yesterday was a German theme. So they try and mix it up. It's really good. So now sat in the indoor pool area. It's absolutely roasting. Lovely spot. I don't know why you'd want to sit in here if you're on a Mediterranean cruise. If you are going to the fjords, this would be unbelievable, but it's so hot in here. But nice pool, as you can see. Everywhere on the ship is kept immaculate. The staff work so hard to ensure that these ships look absolutely first class. And I think it's really noticeable. So yeah, it's very impressive again. We're doing something I'd never do on holiday before, and this is called exercise. But the gym looks pretty impressive, and I feel better for drinking when I do this. It may happen if you're an idiot like me, you might lose your card, but not to worry. You can go to Guest Relationships and they'll just make you a new one. So don't do what I do and spend an hour looking for it when they'll just do it for you. I don't really think you can appreciate how big this ship is until you stand next to it and you see people next to it. I mean, there's a guy standing in that doorway and it's absolutely huge. I mean, standing underneath it's probably not the best angle to show you, but the thing is absolutely huge. So getting off the cruise, pretty easy, albeit a long way around. See how easy this process of getting back on. The only thing you need to take off with you when you get off a Celebrity cruise, like I think every cruise, is your sea pass, which is basically a key card, and some photo ID. So surely this should be simple. Definitely a lot busier. Getting back on. I mean, so far so good. And it's air conditioning, which is incredible. Feels better than it normally does. So there are things for passports other than operation. There's also things like you go through an airport, but again, no one's checking that. Duty free, which is pretty standard. So far that process was really straightforward. Surely there's a little bit more security going on the boat. I saw scanners as I'm getting off. So, if not, it's easier than an airport. Music and refreshments as you come back to the ship, which is a real nice touch. Let's see what this is like. Hello. How are you? Thank you. So I was just told off for filming as you come through, so I couldn't share the experience, but that's completely fair enough. That's the rules. But a really easy process. It took me about 3 minutes from start to finish, get on the boat. It'd probably be an absolute nightmare that if that was a rush hour, but it's not, so we're fine. There's lots of entertainment on the Celebrity, but silent disco really takes a pinnacle. Take a look at this. And this was quieting down from a couple of hours ago. I've actually never felt so old and a dad, but I mean, if you've got the energy, this is what it's for. I mean, I really wanted to go to the casino tonight, but I haven't got it in me. Like, this is night 2 and I'm ready for bed, but it's good. So yeah, I've done the manly thing and headed back to my room. One thing that I think I really struggle with is that all the odds and evens are on the opposite side of the boat. And it should be a really simple task because in the UK, that's how sort of the street numbers work. It goes every other number. But apparently I find this really difficult to grasp. So we're going to night nights anyway. Let's pick this up in the morning.